Hari Om. I welcome all of you to session 2 of Vedic Mathematics crash course. Let's start with some prayers. I request all of you to join your hands, keep your back straight, close your eyes, chant with me, but with your mics on mute. Om. 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 ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुसाक्षात् परब्रह्मा तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। With the blessings of Sri Prabhuji, once again, I welcome all of you to today's session. Okay, so this is session 2 of Vedic Mathematics crash course. We'll be learning lesson 2, and the two very exciting and interesting things we'll be learning today. I hope all of you are ready. But before we begin, here are the stars of the week. All of those featured here have submitted their homework for the previous session, but this was last updated, I think, at 5 o'clock. So the ones who uploaded their homeworks after, their names may not show here. Don't worry, we'll put it next week. So here are the stars of the week. They are Mahant, Disha, Dia, and Vidwat. Let's all clap for them. Very nice. Also, we after every session, we will be releasing leaderboards. So that's a cumulative of all the points you gathered. So you get points for joining class, for speaking in class, for answering, for explaining your solutions, for submitting your homework. For all that, you'll keep getting points. And when you accumulate all of those points, you get a chance to top the leaderboard. And this is the leaderboard for the previous session. We have Mahant and Vidwat on the first place. They are Disha second and Kaustubh third, and so on. We have 10 places. So great job, all of you. Great start. So keep doing your homeworks and updating it, and then you'll see that points will keep adding, and you'll move above, and you keep going up in the leaderboard. With that, let's start. Today, most of it is focused on multiplication. So, last class, I told all of you that we'll be doing a very big multiplication problem. But before that, I have a question to ask to all of you. Do you think you are smarter than ChatGPT? What do you think? So, let's do this. Show a thumbs up if you think you're smarter than ChatGPT, or show a thumbs down if you think, no, I'm not that smart, not as smart as ChatGPT. I'm seeing, okay, so most of you, I really like how a lot of you are very confident and you think you're smarter than ChatGPT. Let's see. I think you'll get the answer in a few slides. You may get your answer if you're not yet sure. I also see some thumbs downs, but let's see if our answers change or they remain the same after some time. Okay, so today's formula, one of the most important things in Vedic maths, is called Nikhilam Navatas Charmam Dashataha. So it means all from 9 and last from 10. But what exactly does this mean? How do we apply it? All of this we'll be learning very quickly in just a minute. Now starts the real math and the fun part. I request all of you to start solving this problem. I'll give you 3 minutes and let's see if you can solve it in 3 minutes. Don't at all worry about your answer, whether it's right or wrong, and will I be able to complete it within 3 minutes. Just don't worry about it. And just try with conventional math if you're able to do it within 3 minutes. If not, by the end of this class, you'll anyway be able to do it within 10 seconds. Okay, time's up. Were you able to do it? Was it difficult? Can someone tell me?
Ma'am, I got
Yes.
the answer.
You got it? What's the answer?
1,95,00,000 17,211.
1 crore, is it? Okay, why don't we solve it and then we can check it for ourselves. But what do you think? Was it easy? Was it slightly difficult? What do you think?
Ma'am, slightly difficult.
Slightly difficult. Okay, what if I tell you that you can solve this problem in 10 seconds? Would you believe me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's take one volunteer. I need one volunteer for this. Raise your hand if you want to volunteer to solve this. Yes, Srujana, right? Okay, so Srujana, do you know what a predecessor is and a successor is?
Yes, ma'am.
So, what's a predecessor and what's a successor?
Ma'am, predecessor means before number and successor means after number.
Very nice, excellent, Srujana. So, the predecessor is a number that's one is smaller than the number by just one. So, if the number is three, then the predecessor of three is two. So, the number that comes just before three is three's predecessor. So, Srujana, can you tell me what the predecessor of this number is? This number.
Ma'am,
You don't have to say lakhs or crores. Just say 216. Yeah, just you can just name the numbers. You're on mute.
okay. Ma'am, 2168,578.
Excellent. So that's the predecessor, right? Now, remember the formula that we just learned. What's the formula? Who's going to read it out for me? Who remembers? Nikhilam Navatascharmam Dashataha. And what does it mean? All from 9 and last from 10. So what we are going to do here is subtract this number, all of these numbers here, just here, all from 9. We start from left and the last from 10. Let me show you how. So yes, so Srujana, we'll now subtract all of these numbers from 9, from these numbers from 9 and just this from 10. So you can start. So what's 9 minus 2?
9 minus 2, 7.
What's 9 minus 1?
8.
What's 9 minus 6?
3.
What's 9 minus 8?
1.
What's 9 minus 5?
4.
What's 9 minus 7?
2.
And like I said, all from 9 but last from 10. So you need to subtract the last number from 10 and not 9. So 10 minus 9 is?
1.
Okay, let's check. All of you can try this on your calculator. You can open the calculator app on your mobile and check if this is the answer to this problem. That is 2168578783142.
Yes, ma'am.
Right? So isn't this really easy? So how did we do that? We first, there are two steps to this. So the first step was to write the predecessor, and that is what we did here, right? This was the predecessor. We wrote the predecessor of this number that we were supposed to multiply. We wrote it here, and then we subtracted all of these digits of this number, starting from left, all from 9, and last from 2. So we use that Vedic math formula to do it. Is it easy? How many of us understood? Can show me a thumbs up. The ones who would like me to repeat this again, please raise your hands. Okay. Nitin, is it? Nitin and Sannidhi. So I'll explain it again. It's very simple. So why don't you unmute Nitin? Tanmay, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So Tanmay, do you know what a predecessor is?
No, ma'am.
Okay, it's very simple. So let's take any number. So what's your birth date? Tell me what's your birth date?
Birth.
Fourth. Four.
Huh?
4 is it?
2015, ma'am.
But what's the date? Like, is it 20 October or
Ma'am,
something? 5th. Okay, very nice. So
Ma'am,
let's.
one first.
First. Oh, first. Okay, let's just say 2005 because I can't do it with one. But one's predecessor would be 0. Let's just say it's 2005. Now, a predecessor of 2005 would be 2005 minus 1, which is 2004. That's the predecessor. Okay, so take any number. So let's say 20. So 20 minus 1, it's 19. So 19 is the predecessor. The number coming before it is the predecessor. So if now tell me what's the predecessor of 5?
What, ma'am?
What's the predecessor of 5? What comes before 5?
Before 5, 4.
Yeah, that's it. That is how simple it is. So predecessor is the number that comes before it. So now tell me what is the predecessor of 33?
33. 32.
Very nice, excellent. So now, let's say you have a big number like this, okay? So we need to multiply this. So one thing I want you all to notice here is you have a big number and we are multiplying it by nines, many nines, and the digits are same. So this is 7 digits, and so is the first number 999. You have 7 nines multiplied by 7 digits. That is how this works. Yeah, coming back, Tanmay. What's the predecessor of this number? Can you see this number?
What, ma'am?
This number?
9. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
216.
216.
8579.
Correct. That is the number. What is the predecessor of this number?
20667556.
No, no. So just think of it this way. So another thing you can do is if you have such a big number, Just let go of the last number, write all the other digits, just copy them down as it is. So 216,857. Now just take this number and write the predecessor of that number. So Tanmay, what's the predecessor of 9? What number comes before 9?
8.
Very nice. So this number is the predecessor of this number. Okay. So did you understand that part? So if you just copy down this all of these digits as it is, just the last digit you can write the predecessor. So that's how you get the predecessor. That's if you do this much, you solved half of the problem. Now how do you solve the rest of it? So just subtract all of these digits, all from 9, last from 10. So Tanmay, what is 9 minus 2?
9 minus 8.
9 minus 2.
7.
7. Yeah, correct. 9 minus 1?
9 minus 1, 8.
9 minus 6?
9 minus 6. 1. 3,
No,
3, ma'am.
3, 3. Yeah, correct. 9 minus 8?
1.
Correct. 9 minus 5?
9 minus 5. 4.
Very good. 9 minus 7?
9 minus 7. Ma'am, 2.
Very nice. But see, we did all of this, but for the last digit only, we'll subtract it from 10. Okay. So what is 10 minus 9?
Minus 9. 10.
10 minus 9.
1, ma'am.
Very nice. So that is your answer. So that's how simple it is. I hope all of you understood now. Okay.
Yes,
Very,
ma'am.
very nice. Okay. So now, why don't you try? Okay. So remember the question I asked you. Are you smarter than ChatGPT? So if you look at it, I asked ChatGPT to calculate this sum, but then it's a wrong answer. Please see if it's something else or the answer is just incorrect. Of course, ChatGPT is really faster and really smart in in some things, like writing an essay. It's really fast. But yeah, sometimes in such bigger calculations, that it does have some inaccuracies. So we probably can say that in some aspects we are smarter than ChatGPT. But that is for you to think about a little more. But why don't you try what we just learned? Here are three problems. Please solve them. Let's see how fast you can do it. Ideally, shouldn't take more than a minute. All the three combined. Just to quickly revise, you need to write the predecessor and then subtract the number all from 9, last from 10. If that helps, I could solve the first problem for you. I hope you've done it
Ma'am,
already.
the answer is
Yeah, yeah.
2115.
2115. Why don't we just do the first problem once?
Ma'am, the answer is 2,34,765.
Let's check that. Who gave the answer? Gaurav, is it? So, one more thing. Very nice, Gaurav. Excellent. Good job. But I'd request all of you to raise your hands before answering. But let's look at whether the answer is right or not, or if there's something else we were supposed to do. So, first you write the predecessor, which is 2, 3, 4. And now you subtract all from 9, last from 10. So 9 minus 2 is 7, 9 minus 3 is 6, and 10 minus 5 is 5. Very nice, Gaurav. Excellent. That's the right answer. So I hope all of you understood how we solved this. Based on that, I request you to solve the next two problems. If you're done, please raise your hand. Yes, Srijana.
And the second answer is 86571342.
Uh, am I right? Is this what you said?
Yes, ma'am.
And that's right. Very good. Excellent, Sujana. So did all of you understand, Kaustubh? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then why don't you give us the answer for the third problem? Why don't we do it together? In fact, what's the predecessor of this number? Just look at the screen actually. Just tell me. You can just read out. Anybody?
Ma'am, 34741.
Okay, 3, 4. Excellent. Yeah, that's the predecessor. And so it's 3, 4, 7, 4, 1. And why don't you explain? And we'll
Ma'am,
do
I
it.
got the whole answer.
Yes, please tell us.
Ma'am, 3474165258.
Could you repeat that again? I'm sorry I missed it. 3, 4,
3
7,
4
4, 1.
3474165258.
Yeah, and that's right. Very nice. Excellent, Kaustubh. Very good. Now, let's look at the second thing we had planned for today. Of course, you'll get to solve more problems as the part of your homework or worksheet. Now, let's look at what we had planned next. So, moving on, why don't you all try solving this? So, how do you solve it? It's like 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9 plus 11 plus 13 plus 15 plus 17 plus 19 plus 21, so on till 43. So, tell me if this is difficult. You can raise your hand and tell me if this is
Ma'am, the answer
difficult.
is 79.
79. Let's check. Let's check. Okay, we'll take that answer that it's 79, but let's check. So how many of you think it's slightly okay? Let's not say difficult or easy. How many of you think this will take a lot of time? Raise your hands to do it. 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7, right? Most of us. I do think it will take a lot of time. But let's see if we have a simpler solution. Again, we know what a predecessor is and a successor is, right? Who wants to explain quickly?
Ma'am, me.
Yeah, sure, Kaustubh. Go ahead.
Ma'am, a predecessor means the number before and a successor means the number after.
Excellent. Very nice. If you know this much, you've got it. Half of it, you solved it. Okay, so what is the successor of 43? Who's going to
44.
tell me?
Ma'am,
Very nice.
44.
Yeah, very nice. It'll be great if we can raise our hands and then answer. So it's very simple. How we solve this is so if you look at this, I want you to look at this very carefully. Look, observe the numbers. They're all odd numbers. They're series. It's a series, right? Odd numbers 1, 3, 5, 7. All of you know odd and even numbers, right? So this is a series of odd numbers from 1 till 43. So now you pick the last number, which is 43. Get the successor, which is 44, divided by 2. Who wants to tell me mentally, without using your pen, paper, or calculator? Tell me how much, what's the answer for 44 divided by 2? Yes, Disha.
22.
22. And that's right. You're right. Now you multiply 22 into the 22, the same number, you multiply it. So now you can use your paper, pen, do it. But a simpler way is just because it's 2, 2, every time you have the same numbers like 22 or 33, 44, you can simply do this and add. So you get 2, 4, 2. That's an easier way. So when you multiply 22 into 22, you
Ma'am,
get,
I got the answer. 22
484.
into 22.
yeah, what is it?
484.
Very nice. So now And that is the answer. Isn't it simple? We just did, I think, 2 steps. You got the answer in 2 steps. Is that easier? So how did we do that? So we take, first of all, look at the series. Okay, if it's an you need to look at, you need to confirm if this method works. So it only works for series of odd numbers, and if it starts from 1, so it only works there. So let's say now you'll observe that it's 1 3 5, so it's odd numbers till, so these dots mean all of it between 11 and 43 are covered here. That is what the dots mean. So now we know that it's a series of odd numbers and the last number is 43. So you simply take the successor of 43, which is 44, and you divide it by 2. You get 22, which we did it mentally. Now you just multiply that number with itself. So 22 into 22 and you get the answer. You don't have to worry about doing the entire thing. Did we all understand this part?
Yes, ma'am.
Very nice. I hope you write it down. That way you will not forget. So it's successor divided by 2 into whatever answer you get. Okay, very nice. Let's move on to the next problem. Here it is. So who's going to tell me how different this is from the previous one?
Ma'am,
Raise your hands. Yes, Kaustubh.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, Gaurav. How is this different or how is this similar?
Ma'am, it's even numbers, ma'am.
Very good, excellent. So it is even numbers, a series of even numbers, and it starts from 2, right? Very good, Gaurav. So now you take the last digit, 22, you divide it by 2. What's the answer? Raise your hands. Sannidhi, do you want to tell us what is 22 divided by 2?
I'm 11.
Sannidhi, would you like to answer? 22 divided by 2 is?
Ma'am, 11.
Very nice, excellent, Sannidhi, great job. So it is indeed 11. Now you just add 1. What is this? When you add 1 to 11, what is it?
Ma'am, 12.
Correct, it's 12, but it's called something. Just it's 1, its value is like increased by just 1. What is it called?
Successor. Ma'am,
Very
successor.
good, Sanidhi. Excellent. It indeed is the successor. Now, there's one simple thing we do here. In the previous one, if you remember, whatever we got as the answer, that is here 11, we simply multiplied it with 11. But here we are going to multiply it with the successor. So 11 into 12. Who wants to solve? Because it's 11, you can also solve it this way. You just write 12 like this and you get the answer.
Ma'am,
Yes, tell me.
132.
Yeah, that's right. Very good. So, 132 is the answer, and that is also the answer to this problem. Did we all understand this part? So, you take the last number, you divide it by 2, you multiply the answer with its successor, and that is the answer. Did we all understand that part? Did we? Is it sinking in? If not, we can try another problem. It's very simple. So let's look at the difference. If it's an odd series, then you simply multiply the last number by 2 and whatever answer you get, just multiply it with itself. It's like a square. You find out the square and that is the answer. But if it's an even series, then you take it, you multiply it with the successor, and that is your final answer. I hope all of you got this part. Let us try solving 2 problems. Who wants to? Let's not take time and solve it ourselves. Let's solve it here itself. One of you can volunteer and explain how to solve it. Please raise your hands if you want to. Yes, Disha. Go ahead. So first you can tell us if it's an odd series or even series and the steps.
It
I
is
request all of you not to annotate on the screen, please.
Ma'am, is it 30?
Let's see. As we'll solve it together. Yes, Disha, go on. Continue.
It is even series, so we have
Correct.
to divide 10 by 2.
Very nice. So we divide 10 by 2.
So it will become 5. So we have to multiply 5 by 6.
Very nice. And you get 30. Right?
Hmm.
Very nice. Great job, Disha. So that's the answer. In fact, I just wrote it down so all of you can see. You can do it mentally. You can just do it mentally. So 10 divided by 2, 5. What's 5 successor? 6. So multiply them and you get 30. So you can do it mentally with practice, of course. I think you can still do it now. Who wants to explain the second problem?
Can I?
Let's see. Okay, why don't we give Vidwat a chance?
Ma'am.
Hmm.
Ma'am, should I explain the second one?
Yes, the second one.
Ma'am, first we should divided. We should divide.
Let's see. One second. Let's. What is this? Is it an odd series or an even series?
It's odd series, ma'am.
Very good. Yeah. And how do we solve it?
Ma'am, as it is odd series, we should do the operation division for 21. 21 divided by 2.
No. We take. No. We don't divide 21. We do it with something else. Wait.
Ma'am, 22 divided by 2.
Correct. What is 22? Why exactly did we do 22?
Successor of 21.
Successor of 21. Excellent. So you take 22 and divide
And
it by 2. Correct.
and
And what
then,
is the
ma'am,
answer? Huh.
and then, ma'am, we got 11, and we did again into 2.
Ma'am,
No.
22.
Ma'am,
No.
we got 11 and did
Huh.
and multiplied with 2 again.
22.
No, you don't multiply it with 2. You multiply it with.
Ma'am is successor. Ma'am, we are the successor.
No, that is for the even series. For the odd series, you multiply it with the number itself. Remember? It's like a square. You multiply it with the same number.
Ma'am,
And
the answer is 11.
no, how is the
answer is
11
121.
multiplied by 11? Yeah, 121.
121, ma'am.
Very nice, very nice. Excellent. Great job, everyone. So, because this is the first time you're doing it and the two different methods, it's very common to kind of be confused. But a really great job, all of you. Let's look at it once more, just the part. So here it's odd series. I'd request all of you to write it down. So say odd series, then write, take the last digits successor. Take the successor of the last digit divided by 2. Whatever answer you get, take the square of it, which is you multiply the number with itself and you get the answer. But for the even series, you don't take the successor initially, you simply divide the number by 2. Whatever answer you get, that you will multiply it with its successor. So you may ask, how am I supposed to remember? So you simply think of it this way. Because it's an odd number, you can't divide it by 2. Can you? You can with decimals, but you can't divide it by 2. You can't divide 43 by 2. Correct? Do you agree? Show me a thumbs up if you understood this part. Very nice. Because it's an odd number, you can't divide it by 2. So you take its successor. Now you get an even number. Divide it by 2 and then square it. That is, you get 22. Multiply it with the same number and you get the answer. But if it's an even series, you simply divide it by 2 because it's an even number. You simply divide it by 2. Whatever answer you get, that answer you multiply it with its successor and you get the answer. Both are very simple. In one you take the successor before and in the other you take the successor after division. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Very nice. So who is going to sum this up for me?
Ma'am, we did this.
Correct. We solved this, but who's going to sum it up for me? Who's going to summarize all of it and tell me? So, if it's odd series, what do we do? If it's an even series, what do we do? Who's going to tell me the steps? Just the theory part, not solving anything, just simply explaining it.
Ma'am, can I?
Please, yes, Gaurav.
Ma'am, for odd series, we should divide. We should add one, the successor of the number, and we should divide it by 2. From the quotient, we should multiply with the same number, then we'll get the answer.
Very good. Excellent, Gaurav. And what about the even series?
Ma'am, for even series, we should take the directly divide it by 2, and we should add it by 1 and multiply the before which we added and the sum.
Very nice. Very nice. Excellent. Great job, Gaurav. That is how simple it is. I can also share a summary of this in the group later today. And that was mostly what we were supposed to cover in this class. I hope all of you enjoyed. The next class will be about square numbers. Don't worry if you don't understand squares yet. If you weren't taught squares in school, it's even better because it'll be more fun and exciting, and it's really simple. And we'll do it in a very exciting manner in the next class. So this is what we will cover in our next session. Hari Om. But
Hari Om,
let's do the closing prayers. Just give me a second.
Same.
Yes, I request all of you to please join your hands, keep your back erect, close your eyes, chant along with me, but with your mics on mute. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti 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 Hi. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramayah Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschid Dukha Bhag Bhavet Sarvesham Swastir Bhavatu Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu. Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi. लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ तत्सत् श्रीकृष्णार्पणमस्तु. Thank you everyone for joining in. Unless you have a doubt, you can all leave. Thank you very much. Hope to see you in the next class.